This so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be, all stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So bring it on.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
Things already rolling. And he can thump it away. He is through here. Stood up well to him there. It's a really well-measured ball. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team. He's got the physical presence to hold the ball up and the awareness to bring pretty much everyone else into play. His best attributes, however, might be his enthusiasm, his energy, and his desire to win, because those things become infectious to others.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's there to retrieve it. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Lewandowski. Fermin is onto this. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Mbappe. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Pinches it off him. Oh, this looks sharp. Fernandez. Camavinga.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Caresses it through. It is a corner. And it's Amadou Onana. Valverde! And that is wildly off target.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
Martin.
Barcelona really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Badji. Dani Olmo looking for the run. Gavi. Courtois clear. Gerrard. And it's Fernandez. Now it's Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. Pedri. In with the challenge. Now it's Kane. Pau Kubasi promptly onto that, and that is that. João Cancelo. Dani Olmo. And it's Lopez. Now it's Lopez. Oh, that's fabulous. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. A nicely aimed pass. That's a good ball out wide. Badji finding himself in space. Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Madrid really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
João Cancelo. Dani Olmo. Threads one in. Oh, super find.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Chips it through. Courtois claims comfortable. Alexander-Arnold engages and forces him off the ball. Valverde. 5 minutes till the break. Dani Olmo. Martin. And it's Cancelo. Oh, well played, well played. Fernandes. For Valverde. Now it's Kane. He's had it taken off him. Martin. João Cancelo. Nicely shaped ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. No, he refuses to take the bait. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Madrid finding themselves behind by just 1 goal at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
He's found a way through. Alexander-Arnold simply refused to be outdone there. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Kane. And here's Mbappe. Kane. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Fermin looking to add to his goal. Can he get on the end of this? Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Bargi, who's set up 1 goal so far. Kane. Gerrard. That has been slung wide. Your impression so far, Jim?
The atmosphere isn't great at this moment, Peter. The moans and groans from the crowd are quite audible now. Frustration's growing, and this can end up being a bit of a depressing cycle.
And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Kane. This looks promising. Fernandes. Mbappe.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Kane really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Kane. Lewandowski. Gerrard does well to get it back. Now it's Mbappe. And that has put paid to that. Koundé. Gavi. Now it's Kane. João Cancelo. Looking for options for movement. And it's made its way to him. Badji.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Mbappe. De Jong. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That is good alertness. Rafinha is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Mbappe. Fernandes. Madrid very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Pete.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Madrid can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Mbappe. The final 5 minutes.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Rafinha. De Jong. Not the most convincing of passes. Koundé. And Jamal. And that signals the end. So it's a quick trip back to the drawing board, and looking at the manager's face, his plan clearly failed to materialise as he intended. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have...